welcome aboard Encore. We are off on a wild adventure to see and explore together, one anchorage, dive, and hike at a time, with the goal of living each and every day to its fullest. I'm Natalie, that's TJ, our pup Camo, and my dad and Captain Mike. We spent last season on the East Coast, and now it's time to head south. Make sure to join us as we cruise through the Caribbean on an adventure of a lifetime. We are currently anchored at Cave Key, but we'll be exploring Musha and Rudder Key this week. We tried to anchor at Rudder, but the anchorage was already full, so we had to move on to the next anchorage north.
So we have made it to Rudder Key, and we are going to explore the underwater piano, the drive-in cave, and the sandbars at Musha.
Yeah.
This is going to be a great day. It is no wind.
Full sun gear on.
I know, I'm already red from this morning.
I've been in the sun all day today.
Yeah, for swimming this morning, I'm already red. So we're gonna go enjoy it over here today. Musha and Rudder Key are two private islands located in the Bahamas. Both are owned by the world-famous magician David Copperfield. The islands are private, so we can't explore them. But in between the islands lies a magical sandbar, which is considered fair game for anybody to enjoy and explore. So this is Musha, and this is Rudder. And we're in the sandbar between. It is freaking beautiful.
This is TJ, my chariot driver. How to get as close off the sandbank into the deeper water to go start the engine up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Off to go see the cave. Here we have our cave, I think. That's the cave. So here's this cave. Can't really go too far into it because there's a bunch of coral, so I don't want to walk all over it. But yeah, I mean, there's a cave and we're just hanging out. It's kind of cool.
So we are here at the cave. It's super cool. There's an opening up there in the middle, and this whole like coral kind of area below. With beautiful blue water around it with sand. Quite beautiful. What do you think, TJ?
Yeah, this is super cool. It's just deep enough that we can be floating here.
Good.
Ready?
Yeah. Nicely done. Coming a little drone master.
I flew it through that hole.
That's very impressive. Now we're gonna go to that BACH for Camo. Yeah, we are.
3, 4, 5.
Look at all those are all turtles right there. All of those dark spots are all little turtles. That's so cool. We just found this little cove over here at Rudder Key, and it is phenomenally gorgeous. The water is so warm because it's been like baking in the sun all day. crystal clear.
It's good enough for you?
Yeah, that's a good spot. There's beautiful palm trees. Wow, this is incredible.
Palm trees and turtles and
Yeah,
sandbar.
that's amazing. Camo's happy.
We have this beautiful beach all to ourselves with this nice sand and this glassy turquoise water. Well, it turns out we were at a cave that was on the other side of this, and that the cave is right there.
That we were looking for.
That we were looking for, and we've seen in photos. So we're gonna go check out this one now. Just gonna dock us right onto it. Here is the cave that we were looking for. We should just be able to drive the dinghy right on into it.
We made it to the cave, TJ.
We made it to the cave!
We're over
cave!
the correct cave. We're over here at Rudder Key. And look at that beautiful framing of the boats behind. The wonderful sound of the water hitting the rocks. There's a gorgeous little sandbar so we could drive the... Camo, what are you eating? Drop it. Don't eat rocks. You could drive the dinghy right up onto the beach and just enjoy being in this super cool place.
Yeah, it is, and it's sand. Just pull the dinghy right on up. Wow.
Looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Water's just crystal clear. You see all the way down. I mean, I'm picking the sand up, but it's beautiful. There's a little opening up there. Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake. All right, you're driving.
Okay. Everything is soaking wet, Camo. What's crazy to you, TJ?
I thought the piano was gone.
TJ just tried to convince me for the last 5 minutes that the piano is gone. Someone has taken the piano. It's not there.
We're on the mooring ball, and I get out of the water, and there's this big area that looked like where the piano was.
Spoiler alert, it's right there. So we have found the piano. Nobody stole the piano.
It was weird that there was a snorkel where it was, too.
You were completely offended that I did not believe you. There was a piano sculpture heist and I did not believe you. You couldn't believe it.
All right, you know what? You were right. It was
I was like, TJ, no one came over here and moved a concrete piano.
It's not concrete.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Probably.
It looked like a silver.
Okay, well, it's not. I don't think it's silver. That someone came over
tail
here and
was silver.
removed a statue in the last few days. That was quality content right there.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Oh yes.
In 2011, David Copperfield commissioned an artist to sculpt a statue of a full-size mermaid looking at a piano. He then sank the statue without releasing the exact location of it, so people had to discover it for themselves. Once we were finally able to find the piano, we had to jump in and play.
Good morning. We are up bright and early this morning. The sun is still not up yet because we are heading and leaving our anchorage today. We are over by Cave and Rudder Key in that general area. We're anchored outside of Cave, which is just north of Rudder, and we are moving further north up to White Point just to keep our procession moving north. And we are leaving early this morning. The sun is not even up yet because we're waiting for high tide. So we're traveling on the inside now. So we're not traveling on the ocean side, we're traveling on the inside on the bay side. And there's a few areas that say like 2 meters and we draw 6'8". And one's a hard bar, it's not just sand. We don't want to hit that, that'd be bad. So we are waiting for high tide. We have a 1.2 meter high tide this morning. So we have an extra 1.2 meters of water everywhere. Right now is just about slack tide. So we are all eating breakfast and gonna get the boat ready to head out. And then we are cruising 2 hours north today to our new spot. So we're getting close to going through the shallow area. My father's been writing down all of the depths all night to make sure that we actually have our tide correct.
Hey, I think we've got the tides right finally.
Shows 2 meters, which is pretty low, but we're at high tide. Getting a little bit shallow.
9.3.
So we slowed the engine down a little bit because when it gets really shallow, we slow down. So in case we do touch the bottom, it's not with quite so much force.
You can back up.
Yeah. So there's that area right here, 1.9 on the chart. We're deviating around. And waiting for
we're a little bit less than 2 feet under the keel right now.
less than 2 feet under the bottom of the boat it's getting shallow. Thank goodness it's such accurate charting. Can't imagine boating back in the day with
A lead weight, somebody in the front with a lead weight in the string. That's why so many boats crashed.
honestly. Nuts. Cool, back up to 10. I'm gonna go continue making some breakfast now. So I have some rice, beans, maybe a syrup, and some fried plantains. Because when in the tropics, we have plantains. Here's the plantains, beans, and rice. Pretty ideal breakfast. We got some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous water. You can see all the way down to the bottom in there, all the little rocks and things like that. Come on, Cam. Camo. Come on. Just stunning. It's getting real shallow over here. You can see just how beautiful and blue that is. Wow. And this is why you go cruising in the Bahamas. This stuff right here. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you can join along on all the adventures.